Hello, ladies and gents. Romie Reviews here. Please like, comment, subscribe. This is my review for Greenleaf Season 3, Episode 4. Now, the episode, I'm not going to do it moment by moment in sequential order because I do not have notes with me. This is just straight off the dome, so let's go. We're going to start with Charity because that's the easiest and one of the saddest parts of this entire episode. Charity is on the lam with her child. Her and Kevin's child, and Kevin wants to know where his baby is. Charity is on this whole thing of, if Kevin can go and do whatever he wants, I'm gonna do it too, even though she doesn't realize as the mother it looks worse if she does it, which is so unfair, but that's the reality. Anyway, because Kevin didn't run off with the baby, Kevin just ran, which is still trash. Anyway, he keeps calling her, he's trying to find her. Aaron's telling him to chill out. Kevin wants to call the cops. She does not want, no. Kevin wants to call the cops, and Aaron doesn't want him to do that because things will get taken to the next level. So instead, there's big parties going on at the house. Aaron and Kevin show up. And so Grace sees that and realizes, that does not look friendly. He's not dressed appropriately. This is not going to turn out well. She intervenes and asks him, hey, buddy, what's going on? He lets her know that his baby is missing, Charity is missing, and she keeps ignoring my calls. That's when Grace calls, and I was surprised she picked up. I was surprised she picked up because Grace said, oh, she's on tour. No, she's not on tour. I even called Jabari, and he said, no, she's not part of the tour anymore. I said, dang, you know how bad it is for the baby, for the baby daddy, the ex-husband / baby daddy, to call the, at the time, potentially current boyfriend and ask, where is my wife? Wow. So that's when Grace calls Charity. She actually answers and says, oh, well, you know, I'm here on tour. No, Kevin's right here, and he told me you're not on tour because he talked to Jabari. Oh, okay, well, I'm just doing me. Can I live? And Grace is like, Charity, is everything okay? Yes, Grace, everything is fine. Don't worry about it. That's how Charity was acting. So that's when Grace was like, wait, honey, just tell me where you are. And actually, Kevin's here. He wants to talk to you. Charity went, click. As soon as Kevin said hello, I said, oh, my God. How petty. How petty. How petty. At the end of the episode, Charity is singing I Will Survive. Secular music. I will survive. You know, she was singing in her pocket. Of course, she sounded good. Ooh, she was drinking, singing, going through it. The baby was in the stroller. And I did feel a certain way about, here she is at the pool, drinking and relaxing. It's just like, you know, they have great baby services, not baby services, but great child care programs at these places. I'm thinking, but where are you? We don't even know where you are. And how are you just so trusting of these people, even though you were telling Kevin that, oh, you didn't want, you felt a certain way about your baby being, Charity's a mess. So Charity gets arrested. She gets arrested at the end of the episode while she was singing at this, it's not even a jazz lounge, but kind of at a lounge. And they're like, oh, wow, she's great. The police said, oh, Charity Greenleaf? I was like, oh, I knew she must have been famous. Well, she's going to be famous for something else, too. That family's a mess. A mess. Now we'll skip to Sophia and Zora. Zora is going through it because Jacob isn't letting his foot off of Zora's neck. And I love it. Jacob's like, look, we're doing this, we're doing this, we're doing that. You got that? And she had some too, like, yeah, man, yeah, father, yes, dad, okay, whatever. I said, excuse me? You went and stole? You went and did all this? And you're mad at him? I understand those teenage angst, but get it together and get it together fast. Get it together fast. Now, Karissa's like, you know, just ease up a little bit on her. Ease up a little bit on who? Karissa, this woman can't be trusted. She's a bona fide liar. She is a liar. She is a liar. She's a deceiver. She cannot be trusted. Nope, cannot. And later on, because Jacob was thinking, why don't we go and send her to my mother's house to stay with her? And because Karissa was arguing with Jacob. The argument stemmed from the fact that Karissa wanted to send Zora to some camp in Ohio so where they could correct her behavior. I'm thinking, I'm sorry, but that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. She's just gonna commingle with people who are doing some bull. They're going to fake it, and then she's gonna come back even worse. I know some of those programs do work, but a lot of times they aren't managed well, and the kids end up no better than when they get there. So I agree that they have to do something, but I was actually on Jacob's side as far as, I don't know those people, just send them to a random, I personally wouldn't do that myself. I don't care what it says. We have other options first. We do that if she's really wilding, no matter who talks to her. But that's when Lady May realizes there's something going on in their relationship, and they're trying to fake the funk, and that's when Jacob says, Zora was caught stealing out of the collection plate at church. Lady May said, oh, have her come stay with me. You know, she actually listens to me and respects me. I'm grandma. I'm thinking, that's cute until she, but then again, Lady May is wild. So Zora will meet her match. Yeah, send her over there. Jacob's like, this is great. This is great. Carissa's looking at this like, send her to your mother. No offense, but see what happened with Faith? I said, Karissa, even though you are right, that was still rude. That was still rude because you're not doing any better. You aren't. We love you, but you aren't. And then Sophia was with her boyfriend. I forgot what his name is. It doesn't matter. I used to remember what it is, but after what happened, it doesn't matter. They were kissing. They were in the car, and I'm thinking, oh, little Sophia. Maybe she actually thought they were just only gonna make out because he seemed like a nice dude. He took his hand, had it go underneath that dress, and that's when she freaked out. Like, oh, whoa, hey, what are we doing here? What is we doing? He was like, wait, what? And she was like, yeah, what are you doing? Okay, can we not? And then he said, oh, I'm gonna go home. Thinking, dude, really? I understand you're embarrassed, but so is she. I mean, think about it. You just put your hand up her. She should be the one. These men, trash. I understand he's young, so I'll give him that pass. But you only get one, because we like little Sophia. Now, she goes and Zora was on Sophia's laptop, and Sophia had this attitude. So Zora said, oh wait, no, girl, I'm sorry, no, it's not about you. It's like, oh, but who's so-and-so anyway? Anyway, Zora gives Sophia the advice of, wait, what's the problem with you having sex with your boyfriend? Or him wanting to have sex with you? Well, I wanted to wait until I got married. Why would you do that? I looked at Zora and said, we have a lot of work to do with this one because that's scary. She really said, why would you do that? And that's where it went downhill, because Sophia checked her laptop and said, wait, who's this? Oh, it's just a profile that I made up. And then she actually read what was on the tweets and realized, you're still talking to Isaiah? Well, yeah. Why were you still talking to Isaiah? Well, I still love, she still loves him. She still loves him. And because she told Sophia that her dad thinks that she stole from the collection plate, but no, it was birthday money. I'm thinking, she's a professional liar, so I don't believe her. I don't believe her for a second. Don't believe her for a second. Someone was tampering with that. Oh, crap. What if it was Tasha Skanks? That's the only thing. What if it was Tasha Skanks taking money out of the collection plate? It's not impossible. It is not impossible. Anywho, they start arguing because Sophia's like, why would I help you go, and why would you want to be with someone who hits you, who mistreats you? Like, girl, hey, yo, what are you doing? And that's when Zora said, you know what? Why did you become such a stick in the mud? It used to be fun, but ever since you got fake saved, now you're such a prude. Now you don't have sex before marriage. Now you don't want to do this. We used to have a good time. Now I'm tired of you. Now you get on my nerves. Now, you know, that's why your boyfriend didn't want to be with you because you And then Sophia said, look, hey, yo, you're talking big stuff right now. Are you going to back it up? Because they get up and then they start pushing each other because Sophia's like, I'm sticking up for myself. I know you don't. I know you can't because you want to be in that relationship with that man that hits you. But why don't you see if you learn how to actually hit back? Try it on me. I said, oh, where was I said, whoa. I said, oh. I said, what? Wow, Sophia's wilding, and I was here for it. So then they start scrapping, and I said, okay, come on, get her. Ugh, Karissa breaks it up. Like, what's wrong with the two of you? You two used to be close. And then Karissa looked at the laptop and was like, was she reaching out?
Remember to like this video, leave a comment, and subscribe and come back.
To Isaiah, Sophia looked away like, I ain't no snitch, but I don't need to be a snitch in this situation. And that's when Karissa said, all right, Zora, you need to go. You need to go right now. And that's when I think Karissa broke inside because she realized that she doesn't know how to effectively help her daughter. She doesn't. And the only thing she can do at this point is she has to go and allow Zora to go and stay with Lady May. That's exactly what she does, even though it broke her inside because she felt like a failure as a parent. And the other thing about that is the fact that Zora, what do you call it? It's Lady May. Of all people, it's Lady May. So we get done with that. Let's see, where do we want to go next? Are we going to talk about the church? Are we going to talk about, Lady May. Let's talk about Lady May. Lady May goes to see her friend, you know, her deacon sister, her minister, her very successful church friend. I mean, she's basically like the biggest evangelist of all time, the way how they made it seem. She went down to Atlanta to see Patti LaBelle. Well, her friend is played by Patti LaBelle. And, whoo! I mean, that place was nice. I'm thinking, what is this? Because this is not no regular church. Hey, this isn't even a church. What is this? And Lady May was just looking. She was just so proud. And Patti wanted to go. I don't know what her name is. I don't care. I'm calling her Patti. Miss LaBelle wanted to go and say, why don't we go and turn up? Why don't we eat this? Why don't we do that? Why don't we have fun? That's when she said, well, here's the thing. I'm breaking up with Bishop, and I want to go back to school. I want to be ordained as an official minister. I want to go and run my own church. And that's when Miss LaBelle tells her, hey, why would you go and start over when you have a church? What do you mean? Calvary. See, these men constantly get to do what they want, and then the women have to leave and start over. Why? Why does that have to be the case? Why can't you, take what's yours? And this is the second woman who's told her to do something like that. So now her mind is racing. Now she comes back, and it's the day of the party. Thankfully, her assistant, who I didn't realize it at the time, the assistant's grandmother is the church member / friend of Bishop and Lady May, who has all that money. I said, oh, so now it makes sense why that assistant's there. No, she's good. She's really good at her job, and she knows how to keep it secret. She's really good. But now it also makes sense. Keep your friends close. Keep their family members even closer. I see what you two are doing there, but she did an excellent job because the house looked beautiful. They're putting along together this event, and they're inviting everyone. The kids were also invited. Lady May felt a certain way about that because she was thinking, wait a minute, what's going on here? Not only were the kids invited, we also have their Deacon and Lady May's mutual friend who shows up, who actually helped bring them together. So, of course, Bishop brought him there because he said, look, my marriage is in trouble. I need your help. I need you to pull out your magic. And Lady May was like, oh, hey! And then when he went to go and get a drink, she's like, what is he doing here? Not in a, she doesn't like him, more so in the, what are you trying to pull on me? What type of mess are you trying to do? I'm not here for whatever plans that you have. So then the party begins. Everyone is there. We see Darius is there. And Darius gets grilled by Silver Fox herself. You know, Miss Deaconess, lead of the Deacon Board, Miss Deaconess herself, Silver Fox. And she's actually, no, to her credit, it wasn't her. It was, I think, the church woman with all that money was saying, oh, so where were you? Why don't I see you on Sundays? Or just in the church in general? Well, I actually go and do investigations and do news reports on different churches. And she was like, oh, okay. So, yeah, you don't need to come. It's good that I've never seen you. Yes. But you know, it'd be nice to see you more in general. I said, oh my God. But Grace warned him that this is how they'll act. And she was right. She was so right. So at this event, Lady May is doing her thing. She's putting on her best act because she told Bishop that it's over. Regardless of what he says or does, it's over. And he has a plan for her. He's a plan for her. And he decides that, hey, why don't you, he gets everyone together. They have this big, he has this big speech about how Lady May's love his life. He couldn't have done this without her. And he really humbles himself. And Lady May probably hasn't seen that side of him in such a long time. It touched her. And he kissed her. He put her on the spot. So she definitely was so kind of pissed. But she really believed what he was saying. Until she saw Rochelle. Once she saw Rochelle, it was over. She said, screw this. You need to talk to her, get her out of here. So then he goes and talks to Rochelle. And Rochelle says, oh my God, I love you. And I know you feel a way about me. And he said, I'm sorry if I gave you mixed messages. Mixed messages? No, mixed messages are just, oh, you know, I think I have an opportunity for you. But nope, turns out I don't. I'm sorry. Not a, oh, you go and hug and embrace me, and yet you then talk about how much you love your wife and how you said you were still married, and if you weren't, then maybe something could happen. Oh, you were just so very clear. And then she goes and storms off. She is pissed, perturbed, and that's when because Grace was even like, you know what, it's a pleasure working with her. She does great work for the church. And Grace was trying to finagle, hey, maybe you can help me out. She was talking to the rich woman, churchgoer. Maybe you could, you know, fund this project I'm a part of. It's like, I'm sorry, I already have prior commitments with Calvary. And that's when Rochelle reaches out to the rich woman, because Rochelle's a money manager. So she says, maybe you should talk with your money people and ask them, you know, just go over the financials of Calvary and make sure that everything is good with the church before you give them any more money. She was doing that out of spite, but it wasn't bad advice. It was not bad advice. So then she tells, rich woman tells Lady May that she wants her money people to go over things with Lady May and Bishop. And Lady May at first looked shocked, but then she's like, of course, have your granddaughter tell me, you know, what day and time's good for you. It's like, okay, perfect. I'm thinking, oh Lord, this isn't going to work out too well. While that was happening, let's see. While that was happening, oh, Silver Fox, Deaconess, board member, was talking to Grace and saying, Grace, Grace, what's going on? Is everything okay? It's like, yeah, everything is all right. Because Grace wanted to go and help out with the church by it being more inclusive, and said, why don't you vote on the writer to have like the LGBT community represented? There's a lot of LGBT people who want a church home and want to feel safe and comfortable, but they don't have that. And of course, Kness was like, look, you know, my view is very different from yours, but even if it wasn't, I don't think that would fly here, the way how things are done. And Grace was like, yeah, that's actually the problem. That is actually the problem. Maybe if, you know, the godly people were more godlike, because instead of running away from the LGBTQ, running away of the strippers and prostitutes, running away the, you know, the runts of society, as some would say, you really would be more godlike, because that's what Jesus did. He went towards, he didn't run away, he didn't cast out. And I said, oh, I know Silver Fox felt a certain way about that. And then Grace took it one step further, and no, actually she didn't. Silver Fox came to Grace and said, look, the deacon board, and Lord, if I had another option, I wouldn't even be coming here. And she basically even said that. I said, what the? They want you to take over Calvary. What? Look, Bishop is out. Bishop has way too much stuff going on. Remember, this is years of things that keep happening. Because the report came out about the potential tax fraud that Bishop was a part of. And his church is probably the biggest, or the biggest scandal. So he was front page news. So it was really bad. And so the church board wants to know if Grace is going to take over. Will Grace help them out? I'm thinking, but Lady May wants to take over the church. So now is it going to be Lady May versus Grace? It's too much. It's too much. But one thing for certain, the church will remain at the helm of a Greenleaf. That was made very clear. So that was it. Anything else I missed? Oh well. Leave it in the comment box below. Please like, comment, subscribe.